So this is where it all begins for me and Dust. Solo camping trip. Heading down the mountain, which is basically over that direction. Okay, here we go, down the desert road. This is the first track, which is Waipakihiwi Road. And we'll just see how rough it gets. Obviously it once was a tar seal road, but not too far in. So let's see what happens. Should be getting a couple of side tracks which investigate. Hopefully it'll take us down to the river. I'm not sure which one of the three I've got will be the best, so we'll check them all out. At least the tracks are nice and dry anyway. I can't see too many dramas in here unless there's some great big holes. Get out and have a bit of a walk at this. A couple of big ruts in the drop, so I think I'll get out and have a look. Okay, walk the track, definitely some deep ruts. Gonna take it a bit easy through here. Getting ourselves down off the track. And we'll let the tyres down once we've done this bit. Campsite just here. Okay, well, certainly not close enough to the river yet, so I think we'll try one of the other tracks. Dump some air out these tyres and get going. perfect little camp spot. We'll keep moving, just see what else is around the area. Okay, tackle a couple of these tracks on the way back. We haven't disconnected the sway bar on the front yet, but we'll see how we get on anyway. A bit of articulation in here, I imagine. That could be a lot of fun in the wet. Ended up another good campsite. Complete with the perfect little fire. Good view of the mountain just there. Right, let's get out of here and get to the next track. Okay, I've just stumbled across some people who stopped me in the middle of nowhere here to say that their car is stuck. So we'll go down the road and see what's going on, but they reckon they're completely stuck. Interesting to see what sort of car they've got. Crazy thing is the lady was walking out on her own to try and get cell phone reception. Probably not a bad time of day for us to come along. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and it doesn't even look like a four-wheel drive. Alright, okay, get out and see what we can do. Okay, here we go. It's time to get them out. Slowly does it. I think they're going to be quite pleased to get out of this one. They wouldn't have got up or down after this. There we go. There we go. Not too much wheel spin, dude. Left hand down. think he can get out at that? Feels like it, I think. Okay, mission accomplished. Okay, our turn to sneak through. Lucky people. Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
See you.
Okay, let's head on down to the river. This looks like the best way, at least the most fun. There we go, first river crossing of the trip. There it is, the river. There's the next big river crossing. Straight over and up over the bank. Looks good. See what else we can find up here. I think we might need to go up that track there somehow. Might be easier. Figure out where we're going to go. There's one beautiful swimming hole. Okay. Going up. What do you think? I need another 3-point turn. Up, we're into it. Yeah, there was a track around further. It's alright. Looks like the end of the line. Another little spot, but nowhere near as nice as the last one. So there we go. If you don't know where we are, you do now. Bigger campsites here. Obviously get a few people in here. Decent fire going and a sink. How's that? Everything including the kitchen sink. Nice. Okay. Time to go back down to the river, and she's a decent drop off too. You gotta hold on, Dust. We are going down big time. Go down to the river. Here we are at the river. Myself and Dust. Check this place out. because it's unbelievably clear. Deep swimming holes, nice and safe too. As long as I don't trip over. That's where we cross the river, just down there a little bit. And wonderful places through here to swim. Here's the other side of the river. Pretty awesome spot. I think we might go back and cross the river up further. Find somewhere to stay for the night, I think, eh? And onwards, find the next track. Check out a couple of camping spots on the way and just check out the river crossing. Something we might just have to do. Certainly some great spots down here, and nobody's managed to arrive down here yet. Not sure how good fishing will be because we're up above the dam, the reservoir, so there may not be that much of abundance of fish up this way. good spot for the night. This could be the one to come back to. Okay, back through this track. Somewhere just up here, there's one of those cable cars that goes across the river there, one of those ones you pull yourself along. I might stop briefly and have a quick look at that. I think I did notice it was on the other side, so it'd be a long way to pull it back, but we're going to cross the river up the road anyway in the Jeep. Oh, yep, here we are. So we can park up here out the way, but probably not. If somebody comes, I'll just have to wait 5 minutes. Okay, let's go check this thing out. Okay, this looks pretty cool. Look at that. Certainly a bit of an adventure playground, this place, to come and spend more time. I'll even have to come back here tomorrow after doing the big four-wheel drive track I'm trying to do. Whoa, tell you what, you would not want to walk over the edge. You can see the cable car at the other end. If you've got the muscles and the grunt, you can, pull yourself over. There's much water in the river today, you can pretty much walk across it. Awesome. Okay, so here we are, we're at the campsite, we're set up, getting some dinner ready, got our fire made, ready to go. Here we are, right by the riverbank. Dusty's been in for a few swims already. We've got our fire ready to go as the light goes down. We're going to cook on the gas tonight. There of course is the river. Dusty wanted to play with every stick we've got. And of course, where we're set up, ready to go. Back of the car's ready. Tent. There we are. It's me and Dust in a one-man tent, one and dog. Okay, chairs set up, got our fridge. A few bits and pieces out the car that we had to do. There we go, dinner's ready. We're going to add some stir-fry meat to that. Maybe some rice, but I think I've already got enough stuff going on. Of course, we've got the fridge. Got the stock ready to go, drinks down the bottom. Pulled it out the car and put it on a battery pack for the night. We are ready for dinner. So there we go. See you after dinner. Time to get some dinner going. There she goes, she's on. Olive oil, occasion spices, a little bit of zing. Salt and pepper from the smallest salt and pepper shaker in the world. But hey, it works. Get this underway and then we'll look at, just put it on the side for a while and then probably doing the meat and adding them back together. There's going to be plenty to go around. Got a couple of other trucks go up the river. A bit further, stop in, say hello, just let us know where they're going and what's happening. So that's all good. choice tonight is a kombucha, peach and ginger. There we go, get the meat on, steak ready to go. A bit of the old Cajun on that as well. Cajun. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot chili sauce in there as well. That should boost that up a bit. Always nice when you buy decent meat. I'm not too fatty and horrible about this. I just added the veggies back to the meat. Give it a good heat through, get the flavours running through everything. I think we're just about ready to start serving up in a minute. Just near the end, put a few sesame seeds on there to give it a little bit extra something. There we are. I think we're ready to serve. Well, so there's Dusty checking out dinner. Come on, Dust, what are we having? Hey? There we are. Tonight's dinner. Well, Dusty eats flies. The dinner's over, done the dishes. Dusty's having a wash up as well, clean your feet. The sun's just starting to go down behind the hills there now. Still got a bit up on the bank by the campsite. Good time to sit back and relax. Start looking at the fire as the light goes down. There we go. Time to settle in for the night. Taking the river. Okay, so we've made it to the tent. See, told you two of us fit in here. Dust's a bit of a fidget, but we do alright. Hey, Dust. So, flight's out from us, and whether we get up in the middle of the night or I don't know, but we'll see you guys in the morning for coffee. Okay, night. Well, made it through the night. She's a brisk morning this morning, that's for sure. Extra jacket on at the moment. Coffee's brewing, can't wait. Going to warm me up, warm me through. Bit of condensation on the inside of the tent, but I guess with myself and Dusty breathing in there, it's expected. Got up about 1, I think, and got the extra sleeping bag out. Just to make sure we're going to stay warm, and after that, warm as toast all night. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's get into this coffee. So it's just myself and Dust this morning. Nobody else here. A few other vehicles we saw went further upriver. So that's all good. And we're it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning. And this is going to be our morning walk. Head down the valley. We're on the other side. We should be able to get down to where the old cable car is for crossing the river. So we'll go do that while we drink our coffee. So I've had the solar blanket out all day, which we've got connected up. Plenty of voltage going on there, and we're sending that straight to the battery, which is running our fridge. And that battery is fully charged again. So I can't complain about that. Yeah, well worth having. Just an added extra for those days when you can get that energy and zap it up into your battery. Keeps us going anyway and stops me running the car flat. Hey Dust. There we go, get the fire going early. Had another little trout fish. There's trout in there and they're following the lures, but nothing's happened to me. Good to see them though. So I've burned the fire down, I think, and probably getting early night, maybe about 9ish or so. See how we go. Get up early in the morning to hit the four-wheel drive tracks. Okay, just left camp. 2 nights in that spot, absolutely brilliant. So we're heading out on a different trail. Going to see where we end up. This trail eventually ends and then we go through a different piece of land and then back towards the main road. So we'll see where we get to. Coming down over the hills, and you see the mountain peaks up above the clouds. Pretty amazing. Wow, that's a view. That's awesome. I'm going to take this little side track here, which I believe leads back to the river again. So we'll just go down and have a look at that. Just see what this bit's like. You never know. It might be a cool little bit of the river again. Certainly further down than we were. Looks like we're up on top of the hill. I can see the river, so we'll get out and check it out. So here we are. We've come down this track right down here and found a bit of an old bivvy, bit of an old hut, chimney and flue. Recent times, based on everything that's there. Whoever was here was right on the edge of the cliff. You did not want to roll out of bed. Yeah, I have a feeling that it will take quite a while to get down to the river. Nice little spot. There's a few little dig outs here. There's been a few things here in their time. If we walk back through here, the clouds on the mountains. How's that? There's Mount Ruapehu. Around here, Mount Tongariro, peeking its head up above the clouds. And just desert for as far as we can see. We're going to head out over that direction now, take the track through that way and see if we can make our way up through the valley. I believe we do cross a creek at some stage, but whether it's dry or not, I don't know. Okay, let's go. that's the end of the road for us here, this track. Complete dead end. No point in us driving our way down there. Alright, backwards, out of here. If you take your time, you eventually do make yourself into back towards another trail. These trails just crisscross everywhere. Head down this one here just for a few minutes, see where it leads to. It's a pretty decent trail. Eventually it does dead end, but what does it dead end at? That's my question. Silly not to have a bit of a look. We're heading down towards the bush anyway. Could be the actual track that does eventually get down to the river. See, we're heading along the side of a decent valley here on the left. Now this is a well-established trail. On foot before we head down that bit. We have some decent ruts. You always got to remember in the back of your mind you are on your own. Doesn't look too bad down there. Go check it out. Okay, walk the trail. Worth it. We can handle this, no worries. Track gets better further down. Give it a go. Downwards. Hold on my right. Yeah, some sort of satellite power station down here. Not quite sure what that's for. Power pole with some solar panels and aerials on it. Very good. Power line going overhead. Track's getting a bit overgrown. Can hear the water further down, of course. Yep, we're on our way down. So far, so good. Because you always think to yourself doing this sort of thing, you know, can I get turned at the bottom? Pretty tight trail. The river's probably another 30 odd feet down below me. Big truck down here. Yeah, got a 3-point turn at ourselves. Okay, away we go. Well, I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty nice. Interesting to see if there's anyone actually here. Yeah, I can see another bivvy set up, possibly being left. Wow, this is a different landscape altogether. Awesome. This, my friends, is the end of the trail. Very interesting. Look at that. Alright, get out and have a look. Okay, let's get down this trail. There's a little campsite here. It's literally a one-lane track. You do about a 10.10 to get myself down here. Cool little campsite. Probably have room for 2 vehicles down here if you could self-turn. Got the seats, little bivvy. It's not too old that, somebody's been here recently. And then we have this. Wow. Heading down through there, some sort of gorge down there. Walk past the water. Oops, there we go. Must isn't there. Wow. That is stunning. Have a look at that. Alright, so we're here at the end of the river, the track, and then we find this. Almost looks like some sort of doomsday bunker, but no, it's not. It's for research, which is great. They got themselves right out in the middle of nowhere where everything's at its purest. And that's what we're looking for. Basically to do with the weather. So that is pretty damn cool. And there's their view. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, just leaving the Niwa weather station there, their monitoring service, and beautiful little gully. We go out this track, see if we can get this corner in one this time. If you're precious about your paint, you don't sort of come into areas like this. Haven't we made it in one? Yeah, just beautiful. Well, certainly worth coming down, having a look. I never would have seen that otherwise. Curiosity would have got the better of me one day, I suppose. Okay, here comes the steep bit. Here and there, nothing we can't do. Nice. One thing we'll have to do is come down this way in winter and go check out the big river when it's all snowed in. We'll have to get down the roads and tracks, alright. Keep to this hard stuff. That'd be quite an adventure in a winter wonderland. Okay, let's head back to the crossroads and get on the trail. Here. It's time to slow down, I think. We can see a nice little river up ahead, heading down into the valley. It's a small little track, this one. It's a dead end. It's basically a cul-de-sac right by the creek. So if we turn around and take the other side track, I know we get to cross the river further up. That's what we'll do. Track on the side soon. to our navigation, our map, we are on the track. Here we go. Up we go. Nice little hill. Another area where we seem to have dead-ended, yet we're picturing this track going right through. We'll have to backtrack a bit here, I think, and find another direction. Might have to enlarge our map so we can see where we're going a bit better. Okay, we've just come back to the dead-end track, just checking the navigation, and there used to be a trail that went through here. It crosses this creek here and heads off again and eventually meets up with a road that goes back to the desert road, but there's definitely no sign of it here, so it's well overgrown. Something I'm not prepared to tackle today on my own. If we had more time we would, but we're going to head off somewhere else. Anyway, let's go backtrack. Okay, so we just went back down that track. Definitely dead end. There's no remnants of any track that's overgrown or anything down there. It does come to the river where you drop into it. Some stage you've been able to get across, but I believe further up. So I think next time round we will approach it from the other end, which starts off on an actual road, old worn out road, and then we will attack it from the other end and see if there's anything new or another way around. But at the moment we're going to head back to the big river and make our way back out the desert road. Side track here that's looping back onto the top of the plateau here. This could be the one we're looking for. Maybe an alternative way around. So, a better way to find out. We've had a look at the maps using Gaia maps and the GPS here, but quite hard to see. And of course, some of the maps can be a bit out of date, so it takes a while to figure out exactly where you are and where you're going. At least you know if you backtrack or you cross the same path. You know, this track's heading somewhere, so we've got plenty of gas. We might go and see what we can do. We might be onto something here. Might get us that river crossing further up, especially if we're up above the river where we were now. Okay, let's explore. Could be onto it. Some long straight here. We're probably 200 meters up higher than where we were. We seem to be onto it. Yep, according to Gaia and the maps, we're on track. It's hard to see here. We're getting quite a lot of reflection coming through, but this is our screen in the car, Apple CarPlay, and this is the Gaia map system using moment in the satellite, so we can see exactly what's going on. We've got the GPS here, of course, as well, and the Gaia maps work on the iPhone because it's satellite enabled. So basically the phone is talking to the screen in the car, and we can zoom in, zoom out, see where we are, where we're going, and work this thing out. Okay, let's move. range. I think you got to realise when you're driving these tracks, they may not look particularly rough, but they sure throw you and all your gear around if you're not strapped in. Basically we're in second gear low range at the moment. Just taking our time. There's no point in trying to drive through this in great speed. There we go. Coming back out towards the desert road, I can see the old truck on the desert road cruising past. So I thought there was a creek crossing somewhere, but we'll yet to see. to our navigation, we are getting close to the desert road. There's certainly a lot of side tracks off of this. You can tell that this is the main one. It's certainly a lot more used, but you could explore it here forever. One thing we haven't seen, of course, is the wild horses that are down here. Kaimanawa horses, or otherwise known as brumbies. New Zealand wild horse, which they do get seen now and then across the road, things like that. Something I've been trying to see most of my adult life, still have not seen. You know, travelling these areas for quite a few years. Anyway, one day we will. Oh, there we go. See the cars on the main road. Pretty cool. There we go, a few road signs. We find ourselves coming out a little track side of the desert road. Brilliant. Making our way down this track to the canyon. Well, to be honest, it's more a large washout than a canyon and a track. Amazing how everything's been washed away over time. Imagine winter time, this is going to be a decent bit of water flowing down here. I've got a river down the bottom. Whether we can get to that or not, we shall find out. You wait there, Dusty. Get ahead of yourself. What do we got? Oh yes, we've got a big drop. Stay there, Dust. Stay. And there it is. End of the line. I'd say that would make for a spectacular waterfall come winter time. Okay, we've just come down Tree Trunk Gorge Road. Sealed road all the way, there's plenty of side tracks of course. And we've crossed this one-lane bridge. This is what's down below. Absolutely amazing. Spectacular looking valley. Just for that gorge. Anyway, we'll keep going on the road, see how far down we can get. I know there's a walk through some falls and things, but see how far away they are. Here we are, just about the end of the trail at Tree Trunk Gorge here. I think this goes down and pretty much stops. There's another side to this where there's a bit of mining going on, so we'll go see what that's about. Go, check this out. Wow. That I didn't expect. Out of the hydro here, eh? Okay, we'll get out and have a look. Looks like I might have to reverse back out of this track. Okay, that pipe obviously goes straight through the side of the cliff. Looks like we can climb our way up there and have a bit of a look. Okay, climb up, over, keep going I imagine. And if you want to, you can go down and have a look at the river. Not a big river, but it's lovely and clear. There we are, end of the trail. I'd say she'd be pretty slippery when wet. Beautiful spot. Turn around here in the middle. Shady swimming hole down there. Easy set a tent up down there. There's a little grass area back there. So you've got to reverse out of some of these tracks, unfortunately. Reverse camera is always a good thing to have. Just a set of mirrors, which most 4x4s have got. Still doesn't mean I'm going to do a very good job of this reversing, but get me out of here instead of doing a 3-point turn right on the cliff. Not much point in doing anything else. Okay, next track. Let's see if we can get into this old mining quarry area. Pretty well established road, so it's going to be too hard. It's just what's at the end, I don't know. Must have been the area where they were building that tunnel right through, I guess, for the water. Oh, there we go. And that puts it into that one. Basically here, so I think what we might do is just walk up the road and have a look. And so you can't go in, but obviously they don't want vehicles in there, so we'll go have a look. So we walked up the track in about 5 minutes. You basically come to this great big quarry. So it's just all fairly new activity, it's nothing old. Of course we've got the views of the mountains there. The background, not a bad view from a quarry at all. But yeah, you find these things on the map when you're doing your research, and you basically, you know, you're not sure, is this an old diggings, is it new, what's it got to do with anything at all, really, at the end of the day. So at least you get out here, you research it, tick it off the list. Okay, head back to the car and we might take a side track. We'll just see how we go, but we're getting on in the day. It's nearly midday. Stop for lunch shortly. Okay, venturing this side track here off Tree Trunk Gorge Road. Eventually it does come back out on the road, but see if the landscape's any different through this part. Mostly driven by the looks of it. Okay, looks like we are actually off the track. So that's interesting. We're taking a different course according to our navigation. Open area at the moment. does this go? A lovely little area. And we're opening up here. Campsite. The trail does go through there, it's non-existent. I think what we will do is we will head back. Yes, this is not far from the road again. Look at where it is. I'm probably only 300 meters from the road. So nice track. So we'll head back on this one and stick to the existing track, which looks a bit overgrown, but what the hell, we'll give it a go. Okay, let's take the track less travelled and see where we end up. Whoa, I can see some deep ruts up here. Check out, this is a good idea. What do we got going on? We'll give it a go. No worries. Cleared out to a decent track again. Here's another side track. Wow, they go everywhere. You could spend days in here just moving around. Pretty exploring, but much nicer to be next to the water, of course. On the GPS, we're on the right track, so. Tight through here. A little while since we've been through this bit. back to the main road. Okay, windows up, we got beehives. We've got to get around them. Get around these beehives, and hopefully we can get around here. Drop down past them, because there is a ton of bees. The ideal situation. Hey, we'll make it. There's room to clear it. 3-point turn, avoid the bees. The last thing I want to do is walk a beehive. And there's the road just down there, wow.